guys, Megamat1254 here again. Welcome back to another video, and today guys, we're going to be doing a tier list for HBO's The Last of Us. We're going to be covering each episode of the show on this video, and basically what this will be, guys, is kind of just me doing like a ranking for this, kind of going through my thoughts on each episode, super like, you know, straight and to the point. And, yeah, well, you guys might be surprised by some of these. I'm actually interested to see what your guys' thoughts are on this video. And, yeah, without further ado, guys, let's get into the ranking. Okay, so before I get into this ranking, I actually just quickly gotta mention this, is, the tiers are named after Last of Us characters. So basically, like, Joel is, like, S tier. This would be, like, A tier. This would be, like, B tier. This would be, like, C tier, and then this is a F tier. And by the way, all these characters I think are fucking awesome. I just had to put the names in the tiers because I tried to be creative with that or something. And then, well, this character here is not fucking awesome. That's why this shit's an F tier. Yeah, that crap right there. So, yeah. Let's get into the ranking with episode 1 of The Last of Us. This episode, yeah, get up there. That pilot was phenomenal. It's one of the best TV pilots ever made. I love how they delve more into Sarah's character before they kill her off. It's a very emotional episode. Pedro Pascal delivers an amazing performance as Joel in this one. It's a very faithful adaptation, and arguably a better adaptation than the game in this episode. It's very solid. And, yeah, it's a good watch. Tons of infected. The horror's good. Tommy's awesome. Sarah's good. We get stuff with Marlene. Tess is really awesome. And yeah, honestly, I got no problems with this episode, guys. This show started off with an absolute bang. And, yeah, I stick by that. That pilot is phenomenal. Okay, episode 2. I'm gonna put this in A tier. Now, the reason for that is everything in this one literally got no issues other than I would have liked to have had a shootout in the Capitol building with Fedra. Now, I know a lot of you guys are probably like, oh, yeah, you just want action. That's all you want. You can't appreciate slow character stuff. At least for me, this is where I'm at with it, is, you still need Savage Joel throughout the storyline, and I feel like we were robbed of that, and this would have been a cool way to start getting into some of that stuff, but it is what it is. They did the whole infected thing instead and all that, and yeah, it was a solid episode. The character moments were amazing. The visuals were fucking outstanding on this one. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't got any complaints about this other than the small little nitpick there. So yeah, A tier for episode 2. Okay, episode 3. I'm gonna put this in C tier. Now, I've been very vocal about this. I don't like filler episodes of TV. And I'm not gonna lie, guys. This episode, it started off so fucking good for me. Like, when I first watched it, I actually really loved the episode. But in the grand scheme of things, it does not forward the plot all that much at all. It's very much just a, you know, it's a standalone story. And, it's a standalone love story. But what does it do for the story going forward? Nothing. It's kind of irrelevant, sadly. It is just kind of a time waster episode. You could skip this one, sadly. And, I don't know. The performances were amazing. Nick Offerman in particular, he fucking killed it in this episode. He did so good in this one. Like, yeah, he was great. Friggin', yeah, Bill and Frank. Like I said, I actually have no problems with their story. Like, their love story is actually really fucking good. I just don't think it should have been a, an episode that is, in the main show. It should have been, like, a webisode series. Now, that would have been fucking cool. And then, like, maybe, the episode 3 of the show would be just what we got in the game. I don't know. Something like that. Okay, episode 4. We'll put this in B tier. Now, here's my issue with this one, right, guys? Is Savage Joel is missing yet again. He's not in this one too much. Now, here's the good things from it, is the visuals are phenomenal. I love, like, the city setting of Kansas City. That is cool. The Jeffrey Pierce's character is really good, too. His cameo character, I forget the guy's name, though. Friggin', he's like the guy with the big white beard and shit. Now, here's where the episode really starts to suffer for me, is, that stupid frickin' Kathleen character. The actress just does not sell me at all on her performance. She's too happy and cheery and jittery. It's not my character at all, personally. I think that this character should have been scrapped. Just make the big bearded guy the frickin' leader. I don't know. He would have been better for that. But yeah, frickin' this episode, it was good. It was good. But, like, not amazing by any stretch of the imagination. Like, it's very much lacking in a lot of areas, sadly. Okay, episode 5. Yeah, get your butt up there in S tier. That episode was fucking crazy. From the infected battle to the stuff with friggin' Henry and Sam. The action was freaking crazy. The visuals, the friggin' death at the end. Like, this episode, man, it's the best episode of the whole show, without a fucking doubt. That episode legit had me screaming on the edge of my seat, and I remember losing my shit when that aired freaking a few weeks back. That was a very, very solid episode, and it's without a doubt the best work they've put out on this show. Okay, episode 6. I'll put it here. Here's the thing with it, is they cut out a shitload of stuff in this one, right? There's no fight at the dam. Like, there's no battle at all. You lose a lot of the action. And like I said, I know I sound like I'm complaining about action a lot, guys, but it's a very big thing in the game, and it's a part of how you see how badass and savage Joel is in the game, right? And yes, I'm going to keep bringing this up. Joel is not the savage that we know from the game in this show. And this episode, I felt robbed of it. And then the university segment, man, like, that is one of the best segments in the game for me. In the show, it's terrible. I actually can't say I like it whatsoever. It's very rushed and quick. It's too fast. I don't know. I didn't like that at all. Friggin', it just felt very unbelievable how he gets stabbed and he's like slowly putting his gun back up on his horse and stuff and not trying to get the fuck out of Dodge. I don't know, that stuff felt very unbelievable for me. So yeah, this episode, it's good. It's good. It's slightly better than 4 for me, but I don't love it. You know what holds this episode up and good though is Tommy. Like I said, his character's flawless. Tommy is a fucking dope character. And I really do wish we got more of him, man. Like, friggin' expand on that character more, because Tommy in the show is legit very well acted. He has a cool, badass look, and I really wish we got more of this character, because, yeah, I don't know. I really, really enjoyed the Tommy character in the show. Okay, episode 7. I hate to do this, guys, I do. But this episode is the biggest waste of time ever. They cut a horde out completely. They don't forward the current timeline at all. And they make a DLC story from the game, which is an optional thing, a mandatory thing. And I think that's what pisses me off the most about it, is they take a optional piece of story content and make it mandatory. That's not a good idea. It's a bad idea completely, and I'm just not a fan of how they've done it. The mall setting is cool, but okay. I can look up pictures of liminal spaces with a mall and just be satisfied there. Not like, we're watching this. I'm not gonna be watching this ever again, I'll tell you that much. Friggin'. I don't know. This just felt like a waste of time. It was just another one of them love story time waster episodes. And, yeah, I don't know. Friggin'. This one just didn't do it for me, guys. You could have shown Marlene. You could have shown more of the Fireflies. But instead, you just have the two characters just standing in the mall. No battles at all. No current plot progression. And don't even tell me that Joel getting a few stitches is current plot progression. That's nothing. Yeah, I don't know, guys. This one just wasn't cutting it for me at all. I even remember after watching the episode, I was sitting there and I was like, oh, this is gonna age bad. I know it is. And here we are, friggin' down in F tier. I don't know. That's just me personally. I know there's people that like this one. Me personally, yeah, no, not for me. Episode 8. Oh boy, man. Yeah. Other than the Scott Shepherd portrayal of David, which is amazing, Scott Shepherd legit saves this from being in the Abby tier. Everything else about this sucks, man. Friggin' the action, yet again, I'm gonna bring it up, guys. It's dumbed down. There's barely anyone who dies in this other than David, which, yeah, one episode. Big problem there. He's in one episode, and Kathleen as a villain gets 2 episodes. Friggin', Troy Baker not meeting Pedro Pascal in the show is a big fucking wasted opportunity. Joel should have interrogated the Troy Baker character, James. That should have been the guy who got interrogated. Like, imagine the guy who was doing the interrogating in the game is now the guy in the chair getting, like, stabbed and, like, tortured and shit by, like, the new Joel. I think that would have been fucking cool. That would have been a very cool scene, and I would have loved that. But instead, he just gets killed by Ellie, like, randomly. I don't know. And then David's good, but they throw this religious thing with him in there, and then they don't go anywhere with it. Like, it's just thrown in. And then they do, like, this thing where he has, like, this group of people, but then they disappear and we never see them again. I don't know, man. This episode's just fucking weird. It's, it's borderline a waste of time. I hate to say it. Like, what does David do to forward the plot of the grand story? Nothing. Nothing at all. So yeah, this episode, it's just alright, barely. I don't know. And then the finale. I'm gonna say this finale is... What do I want to say about this finale? I gotta put it in. I'll give it a high B tier. I gotta go high B tier because I still have issues with this, man. Hear me out on this, okay, guys? They condense this into like 44 minutes, and 10 minutes of that is a flashback. They cut out the creepy tunnel sequence with the bloaters and like the water and stuff. The shootout with Joel is fucking awesome, but here's the thing, right? And this is what I've been saying. I'm not gonna kiss the show's ass because of Savage Joel just popping up in this episode. Like, Joel was not savage in the show before this. Like, okay, he had his minor moments, like when he tortures the guys and beats the soldier in episode 1. That's about it. This is the only episode where we truly get to see, like, the Joel we know from the game, like, the killer guy, you know? Like, and it was a good montage. It was really fucking good, actually. But it just, you know, we should have gotten more of that, I suppose, in the other episodes. We see the doctor die, and we know where that's fucking going. And, you know, my guy, well, you guys know, like, the thoughts on, like, Last of Us 2 with that is I cannot stand Last of Us 2 with that stuff. So, yeah, I won't go into it here, but friggin', yeah, I don't know. It's a good episode, but it's still inferior to the game. It lacks emotion from the game, too. I did not feel any emotion during this. The giraffe scene was beautiful. I love the giraffe scene. That shit was good. And finding out about, like, Joel's past and how he tried to kill himself, that's a good piece of character development. And it does make you feel for the character more. And Marlene's death was amazing. Friggin', I love that they adapted that, like, on point. Like, it was on point. I loved that scene. Then the ending was good. The ending was solid. It's a good finale. And, oh, yeah, Ashley Johnson's cameo. That was pretty fucking cool, too. I didn't like it, like, as much as I thought I would, but, yeah, it was good. Friggin', and, well, that's it for the tier list, guys. As you can see, we have a lot of, pretty mediocre episodes here. We do have some solid ones still, though, and I will acknowledge that 1 and 5 and 2 are borderline flawless. 2 is borderline flawless. So you got basically 3 really, really great efforts. And the rest is, like, either good or just not good at all. So, friggin', yeah, it's a pretty good show overall. And if you guys want to see me do, like, a tier list for the characters, feel free to let me know in the comments. as I friggin' would love to cover the Last of Us HBO characters. And I will be doing one on the games as well. I do want to rank the game characters and all that too. Maybe do like a chapter ranking. But yeah, guys, let me know down in the comments if you agree with this tier list. Maybe you guys think there's some episodes that should be higher or lower on the list. And, well, yeah, guys, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one.